Greetings, greetings, greetings from 105 Apalachee Way in beautiful Roan Mountain, Tennessee. I hope y'all are well. I'm going to start you out here on the front porch. I know, you usually save the best for last, but I just can't not share this with you today. We'll talk more about that later, but I've been enjoying this lovely, completely, you can't say it's not a rocking chair, front porch going on here. I see a couple of y'all have jumped on there. I'm sure more will be jumping on in the future, but anyway, I'm glad you're here. I want to give you a disclaimer that this is absolutely my first virtual open house. And if you have known me longer than 5 minutes, you know I am absolutely a nut. And anything's possible. So we're definitely going to have fun. I hope you enjoy this. And if you have questions about the house, I am happy to answer them. If I show you something and you want me to go back and show you again, I'm happy to do so. Just let me know. But I wonder if you can hear the little birds chirping around behind me. There's been a little bit of traffic going by on the road, which is down below us. It's mostly been people out enjoying this pretty day. They're coming up from Roan Mountain, and this takes you on up to the top of Roan Mountain, and then the North Carolina state line is beyond there. So let me show you a little bit more of this area. This is in a little subdivision. It's called the Apalachee subdivision, and there's some history about that. But you've got beautiful lot next door. This currently is the only house in this subdivision. So I'm going to try to spin you around and not make you dizzy. If you want privacy and that type of thing, definitely you're going to have it here. But you're not really isolated. I have a friend that is terrified of scary mountain roads, and she loves the mountains but not the scary roads. So clearly, let me show you the drive coming in. It's gravel, and it comes on up. This is a vacant lot beside, so you can certainly purchase that if you wanted a little bit more land to go with. And it comes on around behind the house. So anyway, that is that. I see somebody else has jumped on here, but let's go in and see what we've got in here. The thing I like about this is we don't have to wear masks. We don't have to worry about social distancing, and we get to have a lot of fun. So let's go on in. And I like the fact that screen door, listen, I love that. So this is the great room. I'll let y'all adjust to the light here. And I'm going to step in and out a little bit. Sorry about the video. I am not a professional. Do note that. But do notice how pretty this is. We have a stone fireplace. Thank you, Becky. I love it too. I think it's awesome. This fireplace is probably about 18 to 20 feet tall. It is made from native stone. And the thing I like the best about it is a wood-burning fireplace. So just imagine hanging out here Christmas morning, sitting here with the kids unwrapping presents. Beautiful tree. You've got lots of windows going around. And it's very much an open concept to this house. Let me show you this hearth while we're here. Is that not pretty? But everything's kind of an open concept. So it's not very far on into the dining area and into the kitchen. So thank you, Tammy. I love it. I think it's so pretty. The ceiling is beautiful too, because you have all this ornate woodwork and this fan. And the thing about Roan Mountain, Tennessee, some of you have been here before, but it's cool. It is cool. It can be 80, 90 degrees, and what I likely refer to is civilization. And today, when I was driving up through the state park, it was probably 73 degrees We're at a balmy 64 up here with a slight breeze blowing. It's very pleasant. So, thank you, Melissa. I like it too. I think it is just phenomenal. So, so pretty. And we'll go upstairs in a little while and I'll show you all that's up there. But I like the fact that any window you look at, there's not a bad view. There's just not a bad view to be had. And see, if you're worried about isolation, you do have neighbors. They're down the hill. There's another subdivision on down here to the right. And there's one up here on the left. And that goes up to Roan Road. Some folks are familiar with that. Pretty subdivision up there. So there you go. If you realtors are on here, you've got clients that are interested, absolutely. Let's schedule an appointment. This is the master bedroom. Let me get you good lighting on this. It's huge. It's huge. It does have carpet, but I like the fact that it has this massive, massive closet. And the folks that own it, they have places for everything in here. I mean, you've got your little shoe racks and this and that. And that's one thing about this house. Every inch of storage space has been utilized. So, plenty of room to keep it neat and tidy. You know, I like that about it. And I like the neutral palette with the colors. So, here you go. But this master bedroom, I mean, I'm going to guess measurements, probably 16 by 14 at the widest point. But it also has an ensuite with it. So, I like the fact this house was designed by a local builder. Very good, very talented. And they utilize so many things. I like the fact that this has been a dresser. And if you notice all this detail with it, got this beautiful antique dresser. And they've put these sinks here, which is, I think, just really makes it and sets it off. You got your mirror behind the door. But it also has this lovely tile floor, and you have an oversized shower. So this pretty tile continues in this. Got a little bench in there. But the bathroom, to give you some perspective, is huge. Absolutely huge. So, and of course, linen closet in the bathroom. So, everything is very well planned out here. And then you come back through the master to leave this space. These owners, this has been a vacation home, winter retreat. They had Christmases there, and they're going to sell now. But I really, really like this. You've got your hardwood floors in here that are throughout. And we'll just journey on around. I'll take you in the kitchen in a little bit. See, now we got a little bit of a breeze going outside, but don't you just love all that natural light? So when you pull up to the house, you arrive in the back, and this is kind of the little hallway that accesses that. And you come here into this, and then there is, I'll show you outside. This is where I parked. So when you pull into Apalachee Way, this is your backyard view. So you've got, again, the drive coming up, which is gravel. And they have this open carport area that you could close in. And I told you that storage is, they've made every inch of storage count for them. There's a little storage area here. But this is a great place in the evenings to come out with your family and just to enjoy the fireplace. So you have this beautiful stone fireplace here. But who would not want to sit here and look at that and have the kids here roasting marshmallows and hanging out, maybe have a glass of wine and relax at the little table. But you've got a level backyard. You've got your wood back there for your fires when you have those events and whatnot. And you do have a one-car attached garage, which is spacious, but we'll talk about that later. But I want you to notice the trees yet. We're not in full leaf up here because this elevation is right at 4,000 feet. So there are very few trees that are leafed out at all. I love that fireplace too, Chris. Can you imagine just hanging out here in the evenings? That would be awesome. Just listen to that fire crack and pop. And the other thing is, since you mentioned the fireplace, and I'm thinking about hanging out here in the evenings, there's nothing really in front of you, okay, except the mountains. You can see the stars. You've kind of got a view to the north. So sunrise is actually, let me come around the fireplace and I'll show you. Sunrise is over this way, and if you look real closely on that ridge line, you'll see a roof. So there's a house up there. So you have neighbors above you too. You're almost at the top of Roan Mountain. So you've got about another 1,500 feet climb to get to the top. But you're looking north, back towards North Carolina, the Appalachian Trail, and I'll get into all that geography later. But, and this is behind you, you can see the stars because you don't have light pollution, you know, and bring your telescope, or I can imagine watching a really nice meteor shower from out here and enjoying that. But the best thing is it's quiet. I hear little birds chirping, there's a little breeze, but what a peaceful place. And this is your back entry, so for my friend that's watching, see, there are sidewalks. There's sidewalks here, so you don't even have to get your shoes dirty to come inside. But we'll go back in the back door. Oh, by the way, down here in the yard, you see the little green thing that's sticking up. It's dark brown and green. That is the cistern. So this whole subdivision is, the water is in 2 underground cisterns, so the water never really touches the air until it comes out of the faucet. So you have very pure water here, and you have access to underground utilities as well. But let's go back in and see what's what. And if you want to build your own house, there's lots available in this subdivision too. So back into the hallway we go. Okay. So also on the main floor, besides the master, we have laundry area. And I like the way this is all kind of tucked away. I mean, they've thought of everything. They've made the most of every single inch of space. But this is right here by the door. And, you know, you've got your ironing board and whatnot here. But you would never know. I mean, you didn't waste space to have it sticking out somewhere in the floor. But bathroom too, another full bath on this level is right here. And they did the same thing, the same type theme with this vanity. It's an antique dresser with a mirror. And they put that beautiful sink in here. So it's just really, really, I think, very neat. You've got a bath and a shower. But the cool thing about this is the folks that own this house, they had their mother. So there was a mother-in-law that would come and stay with them. And this was actually her room, which is kind of convenient because we're still in the bathroom, so you can access it here. And then here's the main house entry. But this is another very good sized bedroom here. And, you know, this is a queen size bed in here. So lots of room. Lots of light. But, and again, a smaller closet. But, you know, this is for guests or whatnot. Or maybe, you know, maybe mom or dad coming to stay with you if this is going to be your forever home. And then, again, water heater in here. But see the good use of the storage? I mean, I like people that have forward thinking to plan on all these little things. So, let's see here. Going on back. I just love the way when you just step through this little hallway. Here you are. This big, spacious area, and you're not smothered by like a ceiling. You have a ceiling in here in the dining room and kitchen, but here you don't have the wood. You do have sheetrock ceiling up here, but that over there. So, shall we venture into the dining room? Are you ready? Ta-da! We're here. So, I like the fact that they have this area that you can sit, and you've still kind of got the open concept thing going on over here. So you don't have to be away from your family if you're in the kitchen working on things. Or if you migrate in there after dinner, you're still close enough that, you know, you can have a conversation, not have to shout across the living room to be heard. But I can imagine the conversations that have gone on around this table at dinner time and whatnot. But I love this antique chandelier. It just really makes the best of this space. It complements it nicely. And they've kind of married old farmhouse things with new. And everything, again, has been thought out. So this kitchen, and I usually, you know, red's such a bold color, but this is your workstation here. In the middle, you've got this island, which has storage space below and above. And then you have over here you got your dishwasher, whatnot. But I kind of like the fact that they have used this tile. I mean, I like that. It blends well with this. I mean, certainly if you wanted to, you could put some marble or whatever down here. But I kind of think it goes with their country theme. And especially with like this lamp that's going on. But it just comes on around. I believe the cabinets are birch. I'm not certain. But you've got your, you know, your built-in microwave and whatnot. But I tell you something, I would never complain about washing dishes or working in the kitchen if this was my view. How could you complain about that? You know, you're looking down on everything. Not a bad thing. So, something else really cool about the kitchen is this little faucet. Where'd it go? Right here. So, this is dedicated for hot water, like on demand. So, the lady that owns this house, she loves tea. And she's always wanting a hot cup of tea. So, all you have to do is turn on this faucet, and it will be hot water on demand. You can fill up your teacup, let it steep, and enjoy it. Just come on over here to the table and enjoy your tea. Or you could go out on the porch and sit in the swing and just kick on back and make the most of that nice cup of tea. But I'll tell you a funny story about this screen door. The owner told me she loves a creaky screen door as much as I do. And she had bought this screen door, and you're thinking that does not look like a screen door at all. And it's not now. But the builder thought he was going to do her a nice turn. So he made it solid. And she wanted it hung here, and I'll tell you what this space is in a minute. She wanted it hung here with all the creakiness with it and the bang, bang when it shuts. So he took some wood, very carefully, you know, removed screen and whatnot, and put up this beautiful door. And she didn't want to hurt his feelings for anything, but she's like, that is beautiful. But she really wanted that creaky screen door, and he kind of fixed it. But this is the pantry. So, again, back to the storage area. Everything you could ever imagine and want to snack on. You got dishes and whatnot, extras. Your trash bins down here. But it's all here. And it's lit. You're not looking in the dark saying, where are my K-cups? I can't find the popcorn. It's right there. And she had chalkboard put on here so she could make herself notes and whatnot. And it does still squeak, but not as much as she wanted it to. But it does still have that squeaky thing about it. So she's happy with it, but the builder thought he was just doing such an awesome job. So here's yet a different view of the kitchen area. And I mean, you can just look on out at all the windows and whatnot. I pull the shades up, the blinds, so you can really enjoy the view today. But you can certainly, close them if it's too bright out or if it's, rainy or something. But I love it. So if you're back here working, here you go. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. So you've got room to, see your guests and whatnot. And I have a galley style kitchen, and I hate the fact that people are in my space. So this island is probably about 4 feet from the refrigerator. Then we come over here, and you've probably got about another 4 feet from here, so you're not like hemmed in there. Thank you, Becky, for letting me know. I'm glad you could hear me. I was afraid I'd lost y'all. But, it's very spacious. You can go all the way around it, and it kind of makes me think of old Southern houses that had a keeping room. For those of you who don't know what a keeping room is, they had it figured out way back when. And when you are in the kitchen, everybody gravitates, especially around holidays and those, large meals on Sunday dinners. And they all want to be in the kitchen to socialize. Well, the purpose of a keeping room is to keep them at a distance so you can still cook but enjoy the company. So this kind of, with the chairs out here, kind of gives me that, idea. Plus, you have the dining table right here, and you're just steps away from the kitchen, but they're not right up in your space. So that's kind of good. So let's see about the sun porch. This is a cool space. This is a very cool space. So it's right off the kitchen. And I opened the curtains here so you could see the view too. This would be, personally, I would make this my office if I were going to do a work from home job. And yes, they have high-speed internet, so that's not a problem at all. But check this out. I mean, you have these windows, huge windows. They said they did a lot of, this was kind of like the family game room in the sun porch. But you can see this little pond down here. This is on an adjacent lot. But, just from the window, there's the pond and whatnot. There's the road going on up. Who wouldn't want to hang out here and play Monopoly and watch the snow or the leaves, or in the case that we're in now, watch spring creep up the mountain? And that's one advantage of kind of living at a higher elevation. I mean, you see these trees, they're not popped out yet, but down in the valley, you can see a little green down in those valleys that are not quite at the top of the mountain, since these red top trees are probably sugar maples. They're getting ready to pop out here. But when you live at higher elevation, you get to enjoy spring for weeks before it finally arrives. And we're still not burning up here. It's 60-something degrees. So I think I would make this space my home office, because it's very well appointed for that. And this wormy chestnut cabinet, I love that. You cannot find that wood anymore. There was a blight with the chestnut trees, and they all died, but finding that wood is just such a rarity. And I love that they have this wainscoting that's this beautiful white. I think it complements that space so very well. But what do you guys think? You think you could work from here? Do you think this could be a good home office, or would you be distracted looking out the window, watching the day go by? That might be a problem. I might have to close the blinds to do that. It makes it a cozy space even with the blinds closed, but But then again, you're still just feet away from being back, with the family. So, certainly there's no door on it. Now, you could add a door if you needed a little more privacy or whatnot. But, it's got space to do whatever. And I told you earlier, we talked about the garage. And I said there's like a little one-car garage. It's right off the kitchen. So you don't have to go a million miles when you pull in with those groceries. You're one step down. So not a lot of steps to get into this house. Not from the back. And you have a really large area for your garage to fit in. So it is one car. But definitely it's spacious enough for you to be able to, you could park a good size SUV in here. You can't be flying in sideways. Charity, that's a good question. And I think actually it would let me go see if it would accommodate a barn door. I think it would. You would, so from this side, I would say you would probably have to, let me back up, you can get better light on that. Probably have to put it on the sunroom side. But let's go in here and see. Good question. I love that. I love that idea too. I think you could. I think you could possibly hang it over here above this rooster picture and whatnot, and then just close it there. I think that would look so awesome in this house. Maybe even some white and gray distressed wood on that barn door. I mean, I can see that. I can see that working very well. So, good questions. Anybody else got any questions out there yet? Because I'm here for an hour. A whole hour. So we will do whatever and find out whatever. If y'all have questions about something, let me know. Water. It's good. So anyway, shall we venture upstairs? Let's do it. So I think I told you, no, I didn't. I'm lying. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. And I didn't tell you that on the front end, but the 2 bedrooms I already showed you downstairs. I do too, Charity. I think that recessed lighting just makes it. And it's in the living room too. I'll show you that before we wander upstairs. I like the recessed lighting. I think it has just such a pretty effect. And we've got more of that upstairs. And then also up here in the ceiling, there's recessed lighting as well. So I kind of think that makes it. I cannot find that light switch or I would turn it on and show you. But we'll look for that while we're here. But yeah, this is the kitchen. I think Charity missed that. So antique chandelier and these birch cabinets. So yeah, I like this flooring too. It's so pretty and it is in mint condition. They have taken excellent care of this home. A lot of love here in this house, but a lot of good care has gone into taking it, keeping it in an excellent condition. So, all right, guys, here we go, upstairs. So the stairs are not steep and scary, but they're carpeted, and I kind of think it's cozy to just go one up like this. And then this is not, horrible. Certainly, if you had older folks, you could put them downstairs, and they wouldn't have to navigate the stairway. But younger, sprier people can come up here, and actually, that's what this is designed for. So when you come upstairs, there's this loft area, and they have currently really nice trundle bed. They have little people that come, and there's, couches and whatnot for them, but we were talking earlier about looking at the stars, and I told you what an awesome view it is to the north. So, they have their telescope set up here. So you actually can look all the way back into North Carolina at the stars that are coming up on the horizons. And let me pull this and give you an appreciation for how far you see. I mean, you can see all the way almost to Beach Mountain, Grandfather, if you're familiar with the area. But all you have to do to stargaze is just pull the shade up. Or go outside by the outdoor fireplace. I think I like that idea the best. But nice rail here, so nobody's going to, no little people downstairs. And then this is cool. Thank you, Lisa. I love it. I love it. So we're looking down on this open living room. And here's that 20-foot tall stone fireplace. So, very nice. And then the master off to the left. But I really like the fact they did this very wide dormer window here. And this lighting is kind of killing us. We got recessed lights up here. But I've got a little glare, so y'all are not getting the benefit of it. But see how big this area is? It's huge. So this is where she says her grandchildren come up and they stay and play. So this house currently sleeps 9 people when they come up. And, you know, you think, my goodness, 9 people. There's room for 1 million people. So I told you this is a trundle bed. It's an antique trundle bed. We'll go to the bunk room. And we have another full bath up here. So everybody has to not run up and down the stairs. So you've got a shower tub insert in here. Full bath. I like the bunk room. So she has 2 little grand cowboys and 1 little cowgirl. And this room is probably about 20 feet by 14. And I told you they have storage everywhere. So the whole length of this house upstairs, there's storage. Runs all the way across the back. And they have twin beds in here now, but there are 3. This is for 1 little grandson. I'm going to let that focus. There we go. That's not so blurry. And then here's another one. But the granddaughter, I think, has the best claim stake because she's out here by the window. I love these antique bedspreads, too. I think they are just so cool. And Lisa had commented on the view. There's no bad view in this house. So this is the upstairs bedroom view. That's the main road. So you're not completely isolated, but you feel like you're 1 million miles away. And then she's done the cowboy theme throughout. But I just love this. This is such a sweet little room. But you can make this a home office too. I would prefer the sunroom personally. But it could work. I mean, you've got, you know, plenty of room to do whatever in here. And there's probably almost 2.5 to 3 feet between these beds. So lots of room. You know, they're not right on top of each other. So if you were thinking about an investment property, this might be a really good one because, number one, this house is in a subdivision, but they do not have restrictions against Airbnbs or VRBOs. So you could do that. And, you know, number two, in this area, we do not have a lot of VRBOs or Airbnbs. We're not blessed with hotels and motels. So you could make a lot of money turning this into something like that as an investment, or, you know, let it pay the mortgages when you're not here. You know, let this take care of itself. And it easily could, because we have so many things in this area. We've got the Appalachian Trail. We've got multiple ski resorts just half an hour away. The state park. So NASCAR, of course, in Bristol. Lots of people come here for lots of reasons. There's another little storage door. So I told you it's everywhere. Here's another storage door. And I think currently, this is so sweet. Her little granddaughter comes in here. And I think this is like the toy. Yes, she'll kill me. It's the girl toy cave. But, I mean, you can see how deep this is. And this is carpeted, lit, heated space. So you could do whatever in that. So, yes. Lots of opportunities with this as an investment. But here's this other full-size bedroom upstairs. And it's very big. So here we are coming out of the loft. Another great big closet. But check this out. We have 2 queen-size beds in this room. More storage yet again. And, hang on, so I told you more storage. I'm about 14 feet. I'm on the back wall to the corner. Let's pan this way. 2 very large windows. 2 very large closets. And there's the other corner. So you could put a lot of people up here in these bedrooms. You know, it's a good size space. And we're back to the side that has the pond on it. But I love this room. I love it. I love the chenille bedspreads on it. It's just so cute. And she has all this antique furniture and whatnot in here that just really, you know, it's nice. Very, very cozy. So, if you know investor people out there, absolutely mention that to them, you know. Good return on that investment. But see here how everything kind of flows upstairs? We're in the farthest upstairs bedroom. There's that loft area. So we can sleep 3 in that other bedroom, 4, 5, 6, 7 upstairs. And then we have the trundle bed. So there's 8, 9. So just upstairs, you can have 9 people. That's a lot of folks. And then you have the great big bedrooms downstairs. So you got a lot of room for a lot of people in this house. And I really, you know, usually I don't like carpet. I'm not a fan of carpet. But I feel like this very soft carpet up here kind of gives it a cozy feel. And I really think I like it better than the hardwood. And again, this bathroom had that beautiful tile that we saw in the master bathroom. So, I like this space. I do. So, there we go. Questions about upstairs while we're up here? Anybody want to see anything again? Going once, going twice. I'm lying. I'll come back if you want to see something. I'm just kidding. So, I like this quilt rack too under the window. I mean, it's just such a country appeal to it. Y'all cannot see this quilt, but it is beautiful. It's a wedding ring. Do you see the rings? It's pretty. So, okay. Let's journey back downstairs. You want to see the bathroom again upstairs? Okay. All right. So, it's right here off the loft. So, to refresh you, the bunk room. Thank you, Becky. I like it too. Here's that 3-bunk bedroom. Right here, we are straight to the bathroom, and then I showed you that pretty tile. So, to answer your question, Melissa Grove, we can negotiate about furnishings because she certainly doesn't want to move all this, but you've got this full-size step-in shower bath. But yes, we can talk about furnishings as a bill of sale with this because now, I do know that one antique bed won't go, but I think the rest of this, you could absolutely get that negotiated, no problem. Because she's got enough furniture in her other house, and this is just stuff that if we don't have to move it, it would be great. So we could probably work a sweet deal on that. Let me know if your client is interested in that, and we'll make that happen. So, all right. Anything else upstairs, guys? Yes, I think so too. I'm glad they did that full-size shower unit charity. I mean, you know, why have a teeny tiny little shower when you don't have to? I'm making y'all look at the wall. Sorry about that. So, and we're back to where we go to the kitchen. She's got little ladders with her tablecloths hanging on them. I mean, this house is just so stinking cute. If those of you that know me, if I could move this to my farm, I would, but I don't think it will go down the highway. It's a little too wide. So, all right, kids. Do you want to go back to the front porch? Or Charity, would you like to, did you see the 2 bedrooms earlier? We've got 2 bedrooms on this floor, so the master is on the main with a full bath. Really nice shower, but the best part of all this is the front porch. I can't help it. I'm just, so you got the sunroom. Okay. All right. Let me take you on the front porch, and then if anybody missed anything, we'll come back. So, living room. We're headed outside of the front porch. There's your back door to your parking area. Okay, all right. Tell you what, let's go master bedroom, other full-size bedroom. We'll go back outside, and then we'll wind up on the front porch. So, master is off the living room to the left. And again, no bad views here. So here we go. This thing is huge, Charity. I want to tell you, it's probably 14 by 16, 18, bigger maybe. Here's master. Has an ensuite. 2 huge, well, 1 very large closet with shoe storage area. Lots of room for everything in it. And I'll give you a perspective of how deep this is. And again, no bad views in the house. Backyard. Okay, y'all. I like to know what's around me when I'm trying to tell clients about things. So, this is a king size bed in here. So you're just right off there. We'll go into this master bathroom. I like this bathroom very much. So, not to make y'all busy. Charity, you missed this, so I'll tell you. They used, there was a local fellow built this, and he used this antique dresser with a mirror. I love this so much. And he put the sinks in it. But look at, I mean, it's some kind of a striped, I don't know if it's oak or maple, but the way he put the sinks right in there, I love that. And then you pan around here, and there's this very large shower. So there's another bath on this floor that has a tub shower combo, but this is just strictly shower. And they've got the little built-in spaces for your, I love it too. I do. You've got room for your shampoo and whatnot, but they even took the tile all the way up to the ceiling and did recessed light up there. So, really awesome. Don't mean to make y'all dizzy. I spin around and make me dizzy too. But I like the lighting in here. I love that vanity. And this has given me ideas for my house, so I'll have to have a talk with my contractor about that. But you can see how deep this bedroom is. I mean, it's at least a full 16 feet to this wall over here, so ample room for sure. Good size bedroom. Becky, I like it too. Maybe when you do your renovation on your house, you might think about that. And I told him earlier, you know, you're up here in the mountains. You want to have some isolation, but some people don't want to be like really way out in the boondocks. So we have a main road. There's a subdivision there. There's another subdivision down the hill. I'll show you that when we go out on the front porch. And then this, Charity, you missed this. All the way into the dining area and the kitchen. There's that gorgeous loft upstairs with those big windows. And wood-burning rock, native stone fireplace that is at least, hang on, here we go, up, 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 almost probably 20 feet, and then we get that recessed lighting. So I can imagine the memories made here, Christmas, Thanksgiving, big roaring fire, and hanging out with the family. It's just gorgeous. And then, of course, we'll talk about the porch later. So I'll take you and show you that other bedroom and that bathroom. So you just come down the hall. So actually, it's kind of like if you're coming in the back entry. Here's this little hallway. And then here's the back door, which is actually how you get in. You can come up the front steps, but you're going around a long way. So here's this little hallway. Washer, dryer are safely tucked away behind these two doors. And again, here's that gorgeous tile in here. So here, you've got a full bath, and they've taken another antique dresser and put that nice white sink in it. It's got the mirror. Let me get in here and I'll show you. See, I just love that. So yes, the roads are cleared in the winter, and this subdivision, there's currently one house in it. There's another house being built, but you are at the bottom. So there is somebody that can do road maintenance and this road that goes by is the main road that goes on up to North Carolina. So it's cleared. Here is this shower bath insert. You know, if you've seen one, you've probably seen them all. But I like the fact you've got a bathtub, because sometimes you just really want... yes, Brandon, I believe this will be recorded. So absolutely jump back in this later. No problem. So it is not well water, Melissa. It is actually, in this subdivision, they have a cistern. And if you don't know what a cistern is, it's like underground springs that they tap. And the water never really touches the air until it comes out of your spigot. So it's very pure. You have water. So these lots that are not built on yet, they already have water to every lot in this subdivision. And a lot of them have underground power. You could have overhead depending on which section you're in. There's 3 sections. But there's not a lot of lots here, so it's not like there's going to be 1,000 people come live with you and be like right on top of you. This is well planned, well thought out, and I think there's a total of 11 more lots in here to be built on. The owners reserved some just to keep them open spaces, but not crazy restrictions. So here's this other bedroom, Charity, that I was telling you about, and it is a large bedroom. This goes out to the back patio. I'll show you that in a minute. And you've got a nice closet here. So this could be for mom or dad that come to stay with you, or your crazy friend that needs to come and hang with you for the weekend sometimes. But this is a large bedroom. This is a queen size bed in here. So you see there's a lot of room to that. What is the size of the property? Okay, so this sets on, I believe it's right at an acre. I'll look that up. But there is adjoining lots available beside, and I'll show you when I go outside. There's one on either side that is available. So this cute little pond I'll tell you about, and I'll show you. You could own the little pond if you so chose. You could probably get them for a bargain, you know, because that way, that would be so cool, because some of them are really pretty. And, you know, not have neighbors anywhere. And the lots behind you, here, we'll go out the back and I'll show you. It'll make more sense when you see it, instead of listening to me ramble on about it. So, out we go. Listen, do you hear the little birds? So, the little box over there, the little dark green black box like in front of my truck and down the bank in the yard, see it? That's where your water comes from. That's the cistern. Okay. And Melissa, who loves sidewalks, here's your sidewalk. So we're going to go out the back. And this is like the parking area. So here's your garage door. This is patio. You could close it in for storage, but they have out here in this storage area, they have like lawnmowers and whatnot, this and that. So lots of things that could be out there, whatever you need. But see, this is behind you, and this is part of that subdivision. So the lot above you up the hill is like 1.3 something acres. Okay, now we'll walk over here a little bit to the side. So this is lot number 3 that we're on. Lot number 2 is down here. So this is all the road you have to do is from my truck. You come around through here. You can see the road on the other side of those trees. And it comes down to the main road. Look. Here's your fireplace on this side of the house. Check out that blue sky. But this lot too, that has all these rocks on it, I think I just buy it to have it, because now the lot on the far side of the drive, but those people have owned it for like and not done anything with it. So these lots above this wooded lot right there is reserved for the owners, and they're not going to develop it, just to kind of have a buffer. So you don't really have people, you know, right on your head. But let's see here. I like this area. This is my third favorite area. I like a lot of things about this house. But out here, they built this beautiful stone outdoor fireplace. And you have this carport area. So let me pop in the lot, though it won't make it look funny. You can see it good. There we go. So they have firewood over here. And this thing, I think it's like 36 feet deep. So firewood storage. I'm going to walk back here to the back to give you some perspective. Here's the back of the house. So, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm too far from the Wi-Fi. Can you hear me now? That better? Did I lose you? Yes, I would make s'mores here. I would sit here at this little table and I would have s'mores and I would look at that view. You've got heat pumps too. So, not that you're going to use a lot of AC up here, but, and there's the sunroom again. I would definitely, thank you. I'm glad I'm back in the Wi-Fi zone. So, there's a little stream that comes down right here, and it goes down, and there's a pond. I don't know if you can see it down here. So this is part of lot 4. Your lot ends just on the other side of these trees, and kind of, I'll show you on the other side. Sorry about that. So you can kind of see where your meter base is. From the meter base over to the other side of the pond, about 20 feet, is lot 4, and it goes all the way to the highway. So you could have a little pond down there or whatever. And if you bought lot 2, I'm sure we could get you some kind of a fabulous bargain on all of those things. But I think I would be sitting here, feet up in the evening. Thank you, Stephanie. I love it. I think it's gorgeous too. Can you imagine just sitting out here enjoying your nice steak or your s'mores or, you know, all kinds of things like that. Just hanging out, build your fire. It's just, I love it. I think it's fabulous. And as I mentioned earlier, you know, spring, we're not in full leaf up here. The trees are still trying to leaf out. I think this light will show it better. See, I've got one tree in front of me with leaves, but the rest of them, the little red tops on the maple leaves, the poplars popped out, but that's about it. But yeah, but Charity, if you've got somebody that's interested on maybe those other lots, I'll get you the acreage amounts, and we could probably get that combined. These people don't own them, but the subdivision owner would probably be happy to put land in somebody else's future. So we'll see if we can make that happen. But, so again, enter through the back, and here we go. And we're back in. So, oh, thank you. I kind of think it is a dream house too, Stephanie. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, are you ready for the best part? I kind of teased with it initially, but I'm going to go back to it. I get a sip of water off the dining table. Again, there's that kitchen. All right, girls and boys, here we go to my favorite part. Let me shut this front door. So, Did you hear that screen door? Let me shut it one more time. I like it. That is so southern. Brandon, you actually could put some solar panels on the backside and gain the most southern exposure because, let me show you, this is east, so your sun's going to set over here, west. The house faces north, so the whole back, you would really be getting the benefit of southern exposure, and you probably could put some on that carport area, but, so you could do that. And as you see, there's power lines right here, cable. They do have high-speed internet, so for you work-at-home folks. But check this out. Can you not imagine hanging out here with a glass of tea and just listening to the breeze? It's pleasant. I mean, I know you see that flag whipping around a little bit, but it's like 60-something degrees. It's fabulous. The road, you're going to see somebody in a minute. They're coming down from the very top of Roan Mountain. And here we go. Traffic. Looks nothing like close to 81, does it? Or 26. But I told you earlier there's other subdivisions. So beyond the end of the yard here, you can see there's houses down there. This is the main road that goes onto Roan Mountain. And actually, let me get over here in the corner and I'll show you. So, you're going to see something white way down in the valley where these two come together. And there's a valley past my finger. That's Roan Mountain State Park. And it goes on up this ridge, circles around this way. So there's a very big chunk of Roan Mountain State Park. Now, 2 ridges from here, well, 3 ridges from here, Appalachian Trail, and then back this way. Can you see that house? You see the little, there's a gap in the trees here, and then you come on down, there is a house right there. So, not a lot of close-on neighbors, but check that out. Charity, I am with you. I would just be on this porch in one of these chairs with a big old glass of tea. And I think I would probably want to buy lot 4 for the pond, even though I am not a fan of touching frogs. I love to hear bullfrog music, and there's that pond down there. You know, that would just sound so awesome to be just there, hanging out, listening to the frogs, big old glass of tea, maybe a good book. But it's like a really peaceful place to be. So, and then this is a better view. What I was trying to tell you about lot 2, now that I have some height from being on the porch. So right there is the corner of lot 2 on our side of the gravel road. It comes up and turns. So this whole thing that the road borders is lot 2. And all these big rocks here, there's another little spring that comes through. You see that tree that's down there? You could make a water feature and run all the way down through here and have it go down under the road. This house was built in 2007, so it's not very old. And it has, oh, I like this. I'm glad you mentioned that, Charity. I would have completely forgotten. So the siding is hardy board. And, you know, if you're going to build something in an environment that's going to have, like, cold weather or wind or whatnot, you want to use something like this hardy board because it is so tough. But this decking is Trex. So, number 1, it is not slippery. You can run around on this barefooted and never ever get a splinter. And they did the steps in that too. So, you can't go down the front steps. We'll kind of migrate down here a little bit and I'll show you the front of the house. She's got little bushes here and there that, you know, it's not time for roses here yet, but I'm sure in the summer they're beautiful. So here, you have all this native stonework under the house. There's like a crawl space. There's your access to front porch. Let me get on down here a little bit further. I can hear the water running from that spring. I don't know if y'all can hear it. And I can't go far, I'll lose the Wi-Fi. But is that just not so beautiful? You could probably plant hostas and other things here too. You see, there's that water coming down. You got your pond. And then, you know, a little bit of road noise. But, you know, I think it's because everybody's been shut up for so long. They just have to kind of get out today. And see, there's another house way over there on the hill. So you have neighbors, but they're just not in your back pocket. So let me climb back up here so I don't bounce off the Wi-Fi. I love this Trex decking. It's the bomb. So, Melissa, I would be embarrassed to say, I think we're at 480, 490. I'll have to look. I've got that inside. The hummingbirds, good point about that. Hummingbird feeders, you know, they would absolutely be here. In this area, I don't know if y'all know a lot about this area or not, but it has so many special creatures that live here. And I don't mean creatures in a bad way. Creatures can be good. There are special varieties of goldfinches. There's actually one. There are certain goldfinches that live at the top of Roan Mountain and others that live down at the bottom. And there's a breed they have combined, and there's a breed that lives in the middle. And they eat different seeds, but it's funny because that one species that lives actually in this area right here, this is the only place in the world they live. So there are lots of things like that. There are wildflower populations here that you're not going to find anywhere else in the world. There are also things like salamanders. And many, many years ago, when I was at ETSU working on my biology degree and my psychology degree, we studied a lot of flora and fauna, and that's how I know these things. But there are salamanders here, and you have to understand they have to have very, very pure water to live somewhere. So if they live here, there's actually a three-toed salamander on down the road not very far. But if they live places like this, the water has to be good or they just will not make it. So, and hummingbirds, there's some special hummingbirds that live here too. Of course, you're going to see the ruby throat, but we have things here that, you know, you're not going to find anywhere else. Thank you, Melissa. I have enjoyed this. You know, I must say, I did miss putting up the traditional Weichert 8 yellow signs and 16 yellow balloons, and, you know, however, this is a really good way, I think, for us to now and possibly moving on in the future to continue to do our open houses and let you guys see them, share them with clients, friends, and attend. You know, it's been really, really good. I've enjoyed it. I just, I miss the personal interaction, but I will say, if you want to see this house, or if you have somebody out there that wants to see this house in person, call, let's schedule it, let's make it happen, and we'll get you scheduled and get you up here, because, you know, it's a beautiful home. I enjoy having it for sale, but the goal is to have it sold, and I know that would make my client happy, and we need to put happiness in your clients' hearts as well. So let's do this. Let's make it happen. Anybody got any more questions? How we doing? Questions. I'm going back in. Here we go. All right. So, anybody want to see the sunroom again? Or any questions about anything? Miss Charity, you got anything? All right, guys. Well, if nobody has any questions, then I think we're going to wrap it up. Again, I have absolutely enjoyed hosting this open house, although virtually. It didn't feel like it was virtual and distant. I really enjoyed the interaction. And again, if you've got questions or comments, absolutely reach out to one of the amazing realtors at Weicker Realtors Saxon Clark, or, contact me, Gemma Mottern, 423-707-9921, and we'll be happy to assist you in any way. Y'all have an absolutely fabulous day. Get out and enjoy this beautiful sunshine. I'll see you soon.